So 7 days, right, was needed for this to be completed. And it was, again, symbolic of the way God does things. It is a story that we hear about to this day, even in Sunday school, about the walls of Jericho that's supposed to be so solid and strong just falls down because God's people has commanded it, the name of the Lord to fall, for them to overtake this land, overthrow this land, to have this land be defeated, this place, the city, the people here in the city to be defeated, right? That was what God wanted. And it was because they were not of God, and God had to remove them. It's like, here is another story where God removes those who are not of His, for the most part, at least here in this story, and how God had to remove, some people, perhaps of all ages, for maybe other reasons, not only just because they weren't of God's people, but because it was their time to just not be on earth, not to be in the Israelites' way, but to be with God, to be in His, His, what His kingdom was thus far in the spiritual realm for those who had, left this earth. So that's kind of like, God just, allowing something to happen so that people will be passed away from and be gone from this life as we know it. And this was back then, so maybe because it was God's chosen people, the Israelites, who were the first chosen people. It was probably because here these people weren't of God, and so they were removed. So here's all of God's people all together, gathered together, and so now they have to do here intentionally and on focus here what God wants them each to do. And on the next page, you'll see here the Levites are carrying the Ark of the Covenant, for they were the ones that were able to be in the temple here regularly to, speak and pray on behalf of all the people. And here they are just loving that they have the Ark of the Covenant with them, honoring it, praising the Lord for it, and that being part of their march. The priests will march in front of all, carrying the ark and blowing on their trumpets as the group embarks. Wait until the seventh day to shout and make some noise. Have the army join the blast and loudly lift their voice. Then the walls of Jericho will crumble, tumble down. The troops can then go straight and right from level ground. Joshua told the people instructions from the Lord. They listened and obeyed their leader at his word. So here they are in action. They're doing God's game plan, and they are knowing in their heart that there is something happening. God's presence is here, and He has the victory, and they will, and they're believing they have the victory because God, who is victorious, is on their team. Everybody here is believing together and obeying the Lord and knowing it will pay off.